do you wanna just take it out?
I don't know how to do it.
Really?
I read it and I forgot. What's up, everybody?
How you guys doing today? Oh, it's live right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You got the other light? Oh, here it is. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry we're running a little bit late today. That's Paul's fault. Apparently he doesn't know how to book things on a Saturday.
That's not a little bit.
Hello from Louisiana. What's not a little bit? That he's we're a little bit late. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
It's 7:30.
Oh, we're a lot late. Sorry about that. What a week. What a week we had.
Yes, that was crazy.
So, a couple updates to let you guys know about.
Texas.
Hey guys, quick question. 07 Chrysler vehicle with rear speaker wires only. What harness? It's not a matter of what harness. Either harness. It could be either harness. It's a matter of what wires to use. So, but you're going to need either the RP4 CHY, they're down 21.
Yeah.
Or the C2R CHY 21. The C2R has steering wheel controls. The R doesn't have steering wheel controls. The RP4 has steering wheel controls. Both of them will come with two harnesses. They both come with two harnesses, so that it can be either or when you're putting the install. Make sure you use the rear speaker wires as the front input. We've talked about that a bunch.
Correct.
Hey guys, I'm homesick. Understandable.
Welcome to the club.
You're homesick? Hey, from Australia. What's up, Chunk?
Hello from Panama.
What's up, John? How's everybody doing? Good evening, 5-star dudes. Hey, Craig, how are you? What's up from Washington? Panama's in the house.
Yeah.
Iowa. Howdy, Kansas City, loving the feeds. I really appreciate all of the tips and advice. Well, that makes this so much easier. Okay, quick news. So, the new Pioneers, the 2440 and the 1440 should start hitting your stores sometime late next week, possibly the week after.
Yeah.
Also, Kenwood has opened up ordering for the new radios. That's the new ones with the high-res screen. They've opened up orders, which means they should be shipping within the next month. So we're about 30 days out on those new Kenwoods with the high resolution screen. Hey, from Jacksonville, Navy McDill. Hey, what's up, McDill Air Force Base, right across the water. Hello from Detroit. Woo woo. Indiana. Hello, best kit. Best kit or Metra, high gloss or standard finish, 217. Oh, Ultima. Okay, as a default, I always go for the best kits, just because they fit a little better around the radios. I don't know have we done that kit? I don't even know if we've done that kit. Hey, from Daytona Beach. But personally, anytime Best Kits has it, I'm going with the Best Kit. It's just because I like the fit around the radio. It's a lot tighter. Usually, Metra makes her about an 1/8 inch bigger than the radio, and you have to put like foam around them, which you've seen us do. So,
Indianapolis.
Columbia.
Indianapolis.
Columbia, it's a country. Oh, and Indianapolis is where Knowledge Fest is going on. Hey, from Indianapolis, so that's cool. Watch every installed Dart video. That's great.
It's out Calvin
my
from
Metra
California.
has gaps. It isn't flush. That's correct. So there you go.
Yeah.
The Metra has gaps. That's why we keep the 16th inch black foam laying around, so that we can put it on the top. I was going to grab some.
All right. So the tweeters, what do you recommend? Mounted high or low next to the mids?
I'm going to go high.
High.
I like the tweeters up on the dash, up on the A-pillars, somewhere in this area here. Brings that soundstage up a lot.
Yeah.
Brings the soundstage up real high. I like this feeling. I also like being able to control the volume of the tweeters. So tweeters usually have some form of attenuation, 0, -2, +2, or -3, +3. And we usually run them at negative.
Hello from UK.
Kenwood decks give you one more extra level of tweeter control. They give you the ability to add a high pass, or I should say a low pass crossover to the tweeter, as well as volume control, so you can turn down the tweeter if it's too loud, which makes putting them up in those high positions really nice. But I like them high. It brings the soundstage up. That's my personal opinion.
Would you guys sell Ferros individually?
It's just hard to do that. But, like, you know...
What's up, Arizona? Jamaica, what's going on?
If you go to DNF Toolbar,
Netherlands.
you can pick up these kits right here. We have links to both these. This is a full 4-gauge kit. This has all your other little connectors in them, and they're real reasonable. And I even think this one might even come with a crimper, so to do the smaller ferrules, which is really nice. But yeah, check these out. You know, they're not stupid expensive.
Do you mount the line driver near the head unit, or it doesn't matter?
Line driver?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we don't ever really put in line drivers. We put the high level, the low level next to the amplifier. But you know what? I'm probably, if I was to do one, I'd be putting it close to the amplifier, just because I want to be able to get power from the amplifier to power it up, so I don't have to worry about any ground loops. So I'm going to go buy the amplifier with that. Treat it just like anything else that we're adding to an amplifier. Hey, from Kissimmee, major question. Any free source wiring diagram websites? Bulldog, is it bulldog.com?
Yeah, but that's for alarms.
That's for alarm, but still, it'll get you pretty close to where you need to be.
12 volt?
No. 12volt.com doesn't have wiring diagrams. Bulldog.com usually has like alarm and stuff like that. As far as like speaker wiring and stuff like that, forums. I mean, you're gonna have to find somebody that just, but free, no. What do we got? Mini Cooper, ever done one? Yes, we did a Mini Cooper. We did a Mini Cooper, not on the show. We did one. Did a Mini, what was that? A Mini Cooper, the one with a turbo. It was actually our first car that we ran into that had fake engine noise in it. Yeah. That was really exciting. To bypass it, it is in the passenger or driver's side rear panel. There's a module there that you have to pull out and loop around to bypass the fake engine noise in it. That was a lot of fun.
All right, any tips on the amp crossover since most of
There you go. Sign up for AutoZone for free diagrams. Perfect.
AutoZone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I don't know.
All right.
Orleans. Go ahead.
Any tips to set the crossover since most deals have no numbers? And SMD, I'm assuming is the DD1, it's impossible to find.
So, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to setting crossovers, without, okay, so before the CC1, before this guy, ooh, somebody's getting on it.
All right.
Before the crossover calibrator existed, we used these things that are on the side of our heads called ears. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's what he calls. Yeah. CC1.
CC1.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, crossovers can still be set the same way. You can still use your ears to listen to sound. The thing is when you're setting up a crossover, you have to listen for specific things. So if you're playing like music with really a lot of dynamic range, meaning a lot of instruments and stuff like that, it makes setting crossovers very difficult. You want to use songs that are basic. Okay, so like if you're setting a sub crossover, use something that primarily plays bass. If you're setting your mids and highs, turn off the subwoofer. You always have to turn off the subwoofer when you're setting the crossovers for your mids and tweets and stuff like that. Now, tweeters, it becomes really, really hard because you have to, you know, it's tough setting the tweeter up without actually having some way to do it. Most manufacturers will tell you, run a cap on the tweeter, regardless of whether you're doing full active or not, because then you don't want to blow up the tweeter. It's real easy to do when you're using your ear.
Mm-hmm.
So...
All right, so Martin says, if I buy, listen.
I'm listening. Okay, sorry.
If I buy a shirt with your logo, can you please sign it?
Unfortunately, we don't ship the shirts out of here. Teespring makes them. We don't actually ever see them. So that's kind of where we're at. But if you're ever in town, we'd love to sign it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What size limit heat shrink do you guys do I want for 4 gauge and 8 gauge? Okay, go ahead.
All right, finally my subwoofer is popping. Fixing. Had to get a new amp. My old amp will still put pressure on my subs, and that it was causing the popping noise.
Oh, okay.
I put the new amp last weekend.
Oh, okay.
Nice,
Yeah.
great.
So for heat shrink, we use 1/2 inch and 3/8 for those two corresponding sizes. We also use 1/2 inch of the braided loom, which I was corrected on.
What's that, Chicago?
I was referring to it as Temflex, which is a roll of 3M tape. My bad.
Oh, really?
It's actually called TechFlex.
Tech?
Tech.
Like tech?
Tech.
Okay.
So from now on, we're just going to refer to it as braided loom or braided sheathing because we can. Hey, I'm still alive. What's up, James? Glad you're still alive. Congratulations on your new endeavor. Oh, camera went crazy.
What is it?
It's just on the bottom there. Went down. Says, hey, I'm still alive. So, yeah, good on you. Glad you found some new work. Can't wait to see what becomes of it.
Do you read the how can I reduce fast rings from absorbing water? So easy.
By the... Why can't I think of that other company?
Which one?
The sound deadening that all the guys use.
Sound deadening?
No, yeah, like Roadkill. There's a company that makes Roadkill that everyone has in there. They just came out with a set of closed cell foam.
No idea.
Yeah, it's all over. They have It's another brand of sound deadening. They make a like a fast ring, but they use closed cell foam for theirs, and it is waterproof, so that it won't soak up water.
You guys handle CX Mazda 2006 that has thermal
Oh, that's
controls.
cool. Oh, Old School posted a cool picture of Orion. Look at that. See? Look at that. Orion. Oh, hey, that's Orion right there. Old School time. Love Derek's stuff. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find a picture of their stuff. Go ahead, ask questions.
How do you handle the CX-5 Mazda 2006 that has stereo controls and the armrest? Audio controls when installing a Pioneer NEX 4200 NEX.
Well, does PAC make anything for it?
I can check right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. For steering wheel controls, you can
go to PAC.
You can download the app.
Yeah.
All right,
and check
question.
if you
What the hell is that?
PAC
the name of that
website
sound
makes
deadening?
something for your car.
PAC
If you
audio.
know, check Metra Electronics.
Metro makes something for
And,
everything. Whether it works or not is entirely
exactly.
up to
Dynamite.
No, it's not
I have
Dynamite.
plenty in my truck. No, it's not Dynamite. Okay. Let's see.
Really, everyone always puts.
Kicker arms any good? Yes, they're good.
Kicker amps are great.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. SoundScans. SoundScans makes a new.
That's so hard.
Makes a new. Boom, right here. This guy. So these from SoundScan are waterproof, according to this. So if you go to SoundScans Global on Instagram, you can kind of get an idea what that is. And hold on, I hate doing this from my phone. Let's go to, we've showed this a bunch of times. For steering wheel controls, you can download this app right here called Control Pro. It's this middle one right there, and it's going to do this. And what this is going to do is you pick either the CP2, CP5, and it's going to ask you these questions here: make, model, all that fun stuff. So make is Mazda, you said?
Mazda CX.
CX-9? 5.
That's 5.
CX-5, what year?
16.
16. So it's not listed. So that means they don't have anything yet.
All right. Let's see. 2017 Sentra LOC. Connect to the front speakers or the rear speakers?
Okay, so when you're connecting an LOC, you have to be real specific about what sound you're trying to do. So if you're trying to reproduce bass from add a subwoofer from your LOC, take your ear, go to the speaker that you feel you want to connect to. So if you want to play bass, play a bass track, put your ear towards the speaker you're thinking about using, and make sure you hear bass come from that speaker. Then go to the other speaker, possibly the front one, put your ear to that speaker, and see if the bass sounds better from that speaker than, let's say, the one in the rear. If the one in the front sounds better than the one in the back, tap the front. If they sound identical, go ahead and tap the rear. You have to make sure that the speaker that you're going to tap is playing the sound that you're trying to reproduce. So, for example, you'd never tap a subwoofer to hook up a mid-range amplifier. That's all. That's really it.
All right.
Obviously, if you have some form of an RTA, you could use that too. But otherwise, just use your ear.
Okay, how hard is to run speaker wires through the Molex connector?
It can be very difficult to run speaker wire through a Molex connector. That's why a lot of the times we don't do it, because sometimes you have to drill through the Molex, and warranty-wise for the car, just if there's ever any problems with it, it's not anything I want to deal with.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go around the Molex. Like sometimes it just really depends on the car. So if you're trying to go, like in my car, the Camaro, the Molex like plugs in and there's this giant thing slides down over it. So you literally have to pull the whole thing out, drill a hole through it, and there's really not even room to drill a hole. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the kick panel, grab the speaker wires there. We're going to run the biggest wire we can up to that kick panel, and we're just going to have to rely on that factory wiring being enough into the door.
All right, so advice on what 8-inch subwoofer to put in my 2001 Suburban in place to the factory one. Nav system.
We just did one of those.
Yeah.
We ended up using a
That was the
Hertz. We used the Hertz.
The Hertz.
We used the Hertz. We used the Hertz Energy 8-inch.
Yeah,
fit into the hole.
Yeah, because the other one doesn't fit.
Yeah, it was we tried the Pioneer, it was too big. We tried the Kicker, it was too big. It's really the Hertz was the only thing we could find that fit. So shoot fly. Go away.
I want to come and hang out with you guys at the shop for a day. Free labor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can hang out. We won't have you work though. That's the whole insurance thing.
Yes.
DD1 or DD1 Plus? DD1 Plus. If you can get a DD1
What's the
Plus.
difference between the DD1 and DD1 Plus? That's what I do.
The difference is the ability to do on a DD1. You have to use the track for everything. So when you set up for 0 dB, so like when you're testing the output of the radio into the amplifier, set it to 0 dB. You find your clipping point on the radio. Then when you want to set up your negative, like your gain control, so like you do gain overlap as is I guess the best word to use it. So you set your sub up, so that's, or your highs up for, let's say negative 5 dB, and your sub up for negative 10 dB.
Yeah.
With the DD1 Plus, you could set it up for anything. You can set it up for 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, whatever you want. So if, like, on Kenwood amps, they sound good with, let's say, 6 dB of gain overlap, then you can set them up. You just play the track, play one track, dial it into 6, and you're done. If you want to, so it just makes it a little bit easier as far as that goes.
All right, if you want to know prices about the SCAR and all the products, you can call Paul 727-216.
West Virginia.
Yep.
Thank you.
6170.
What hurt? What's hurt? It was the Hertz shallow mount energy. Honestly, I don't know. And it was actually the factory was a 2 ohm and this was a 4 ohm, but it actually sounded fine. It played really well. I was kind of surprised.
All right. Anyone have any problems connecting the Pandora app?
Hold on. If you can't find it, call Paul, and if you're in the U.S., he can ship it to you. We still have them.
All right. Anyone has a problem connecting Pandora app to the 8200 NEX? I can connect it using Pandora Radio.
So here's the problem with all these little third-party apps is that they constantly break. Like Waze has been broken on the current NEX models for what, 2 or 3 months now, 4 months, I don't know. Pandora constantly breaks, Spotify breaks. They'll fix it, they'll break it, they'll fix it, they'll break it. When it comes to those style apps, really the only way to successfully use them right now is either in Apple CarPlay or Android Auto.
Yeah.
If you're just trying to use the apps as standalone apps on the radio, good luck. I mean, it's annoying.
All right, do you sell, hey, it's like, hey, Dean, do you sell the 47 micros for the 4-inch speakers?
Yeah, Paul, ship me anything you want.
All right. Hey, guys, my name is Mario from Trinidad in the Caribbean. Want to know what is the cost of the
Chicago.
Pioneer? Call Paul.
Yeah, just skip over the price questions.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions about pricings whatsoever, we don't know any of that stuff. Give Paul a call on Monday, and he will help you out, and he loves selling stuff. So, well, the 9905 will restyle directions.
Yeah.
SMD just, okay, what is that?
Huh?
Oh, it's skipped.
Hey,
Restyle,
guys.
receive directions from OnStar app. I have no idea. I mean, they'll interface with OnStar, and they'll mute the radio when OnStar goes to talk. And if you get the, so I mean, OnStar will still function when you have those if you buy the corresponding harness. but it won't, like OnStar won't magically like work in the radio. It will, if you use either the pack piece, or I'd probably go with the DataLink Maestro for that. That the Maestro is going to be the most seamless style integration if you're going to do OnStar.
Yep.
But that's all I got.
All right,
for
what
that.
is the upgrade amp from the Pioneer GM 8601?
What was that? The 86. What was the question?
8601.
What about it?
What is the upgrade for that?
There isn't one. You have the 9601, which is the bigger version,
Yeah.
but they haven't replaced the amp yet. What sounds better, aux in or Bluetooth? Connected a phone with Tidal app. You know, a couple years ago, this is before we were filming, we did a
Thank
test
you, Andrew.
where we tested the Bluetooth, we tested
Australia.
the aux, and we tested USB into a radio just to see what sounded better. And how we did it is we played 20 different frequencies at a fixed level, and just to see what we were getting out of the radio. And we balanced it all out, so everything, we used the SLA to make sure that they were all to a 0 point. And we drew this chart, and just to see, like, because everyone always says, oh, when you do Bluetooth, you lose this, and when you do aux, you lose that, or if you're doing it over USB, it's the best. And at the end of the day, what we came up with was none of them are perfect, but they all like within plus or minus 1 or 2 of each other. So with the Bluetooth being the way it is, honestly, I would, if you have a good radio, like if you have a nice aftermarket Kenwood Pioneer, not going to say Alpine, I'm really not a fan of the Bluetooth on the Alpine. I love Alpine, not a fan of their Bluetooth. But the Kenwood, especially with aptX, and Pioneer uses a really high quality Bluetooth, I would go Bluetooth. I have no problems using Bluetooth.
All right, where do I need to install a Kenwood DDX4 in my 98 Silverado?
What was the question? I'm sorry. I was put it on vibrate. World was
Fine.
Well,
All right. What do I need to install a Kenwood DDX4 in my 98 Silverado?
DDX4.
DDX.
Okay, if it's a radio,
Oh, I'm so
go to pack-audio.com, type in your make, model, and year, and it'll list those things out. I'm going to tell you you're going to have something that's going to be a C2R, an RP4, an RP5, and an RP3. If you want stereo controls, RP4 and 5. If you want OnStar retention, RP5. If you have Bose, you don't care about OnStar, RP4. Or C2R if you don't have stereo controls. Thanks, Christopher.
For a 2014 Ford Fusion 8-inch screen non-Sony system, what do I need to interface with the factory system so I can add amplifier?
So that's going to be just a standard analog, or that's going to be a standard high-level output where it's going to just have radio coming out of the deck. It's an 8-inch touchscreen. It's going to be just like any of the installs we do on the F-150. So you're going to need some form of high-level to low-level adapter to tie into the back of the radio to get your sound output. Any processor would work. That is a 4-channel output, front, rear. So you could use something as inexpensive as a DSR-1. I would recommend getting some kind of a T-harness, high-level, low-level, or some kind of a T-harness. You could use just an LC7i. You can use an LCQ1. We use a ton of LCQ1s. It's a little bit easier because it's just an analog, EQ to set up. But anything like that will allow you to get into it.
All right. I have a guy with a 2018 Ram 1500 with a base model radio and the rear the rear view camera in the mirror. How can I get the factory rear camera playing to the new radio? Base model truck.
You just have to solder in an RCA up into the mirror. So you pull the mirror down, you use a test screen of some kind to find your camera wires, plug it into the soldered RCA and plug it in.
Okay.
We have a couple install videos on how to do that, like we show like an F350. It's the exact same thing. There's 2 wires up there, a shield and a signal. You just need to find them and you're done.
Okay, what do you think is the best navigation system unit to put it in the 13 Tahoe?
Best navigation system?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 3. You have an Alpine, you have a Kenwood, and you have a Pioneer. If you're a big-time navigation guy, my guess is you've probably used a Garmin system in the past. If you like Garmin, you're going to go ahead and buy a Kenwood. Straight up, you're just going to buy a Kenwood because Kenwood uses Garmin. It's easy to use, and it's what you know. If you've never used any form of in-dash navigation before, then I'd check out the Pioneer or the Alpine. Both of them are going to be great.
Any chance to make the epicenter video? I know.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. Right now, we are so behind on everything. This week, we were supposed to have the video of me putting a cool radio in my car. It didn't happen. We did have the Alpine guy come in this week that kind of slowed things down. Not a fan. Someone asked, what do you think about XS Metro? Not a fan. They're a necessary evil in this industry because they make stuff first, so we go to those. As soon as somebody else makes one, we're jumping off and grabbing that one.
All right. Hey, Dean. See yourself retiring with Fernando still working?
Probably.
Really?
Well, I don't really see myself retiring so much as moving on to do something else 4 or 5 star.
Hello from Virginia.
So, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I mean, I have gray hair. That's a gimme. But, you know.
I'm just 20 years old, so.
Oh, shit. You might look like a little kid, but no.
All right. Do you guys do any alarms and remote stars?
Yes, we do, but we don't do enough of them to actually talk about them on the show. It's just not really big here.
Okay, so the radio, it's a Kenwood DDX 416 BT.
DDX 416 BT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a GPS on it.
Does
it's
it?
like a flip out? I think so.
No, it wouldn't have GPS. Kenwood never put a flip out.
No,
GPS. 416 is going to be like a regular Kenwood line. Hey, happy thanks. Jesus. Happy St. Patrick's Day to
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving, Bob.
It's actually Mom's birthday today, so we call Mush Mom a happy birthday.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. Hey, did any of you guys rewatch or catch the Alpine interview we had this week that we had Tuesday? It was a special show. We put it up Wednesday. If you guys caught that, let us know what you thought about it. Go back, check it out. We also downloaded it as a podcast. So for those of you guys that don't know, we do a podcast. We released a new show Thursday. We didn't do one this week because we had Tuesday with the Alpine guy. But every week we release a podcast that is only available as a podcast download. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, and Podbeam. We also, this show here as well as the Monday show, we turn those into podcasts because we realize these are really, really long shows sometimes. And we want you to be able to listen to it while you're at work or running or whatever you guys do. So, yeah, love the Alpine show. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Robert.
Yes, it was brilliant. Andrew, cool.
Pizza is here, so he's gotta go.
You got your voice back.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Thank you.
Although now we're both kind of sick, so yay!
Yeah.
It happens. Yes, it was brilliant. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Which capacitor do you use on the 4-inch speakers?
For a 4-inch speaker, I'm going to use a 47 microfarad. I mean, that's what we have. 3.5, 4-inch play basically the same general frequencies. A cap is only a 6 dB slope, so it's not like it's stopping a ton of sound. It's just stopping enough so that by the time that 80 hertz starts banging away or 50 hertz start banging away, it's crossed over so far that there's no volume getting to that speaker at that level.
All right.
But yeah.
All right. Should I plug the bass boost knob in the Pioneer amp even if I don't use it?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there was a lot of people that okay. So we install hundreds of these Pioneer amplifiers, and it's a bass boost for the amplifier. If you don't plug it in, you lose some of the bass boost of the amplifier. If you're just not worried about boomy sound coming out of the amplifier, then don't plug it in. You won't get boomy sound. Yeah. But it is the loudness feature for the amplifier. Like, Rockford has their bass boost. Alpine doesn't have any bass boost on there, but most amplifiers have some form of a bass boost knob. Theirs is a level/bass boost. So as you're turning the level up, the bass boosts increase. So if you want that, which pretty much everyone I've ever talked to does, make sure you plug it in. Otherwise, it's just going to sound flat.
Someone has been drinking already, huh? I don't know who.
Not me.
Hey, yes. That's what we drink, buddy.
That and I don't drink, so real boring life.
And I barely drink.
You guys sell T-shirts. You really want audio control shirts and a Viper? Or no, we don't have any T-shirts like that. And trust me, to get these things, oh my gosh. the heartache. I had to sit through a 4-hour training to pick up this T-shirt.
Did those let's see.
But we do still 5-star shirts. You can get them at teespring/store/5-star.
All right, does Pac-Man steering wheel control for 2012 Dodge Charger? Charger.
Probably not. I think that's going to be the new car. Check out the iDataLink Maestro stuff for that. They've made some of the harnesses and stuff. But let's check, shall we? What is it? A Dodge Charger?
Dodge Charger. Charger.
Let's see. 2012.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Oh, we're getting there. I think they do. Yep. I'm gonna go with yes. Select. Next. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's 2012. Yeah, they make it.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can use a CP.
RC?
Yeah.
Oh, CP2. Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. So if it's 2012, yeah, if it's 2012, you can use the RP4. You can use an RP4 if you need that, or just pick up a CP2. SWI CP2. Right there.
Perfect.
Control Pro, download the app. Saved you guys a lot of time.
All right, audio control EQS. What is your opinion on it?
It's, if you like analog, it's awesome. I mean, I think we still stock them. Why not?
Yeah. When you're doing your car, Dean?
Hopefully we're gonna.
Hey, from London.
Hopefully we're gonna be doing it this week. This week coming up. How much is the Alpine DSP gonna cost? We never asked him that question.
I don't think he's gonna like it.
I don't even know if he'd know, but because he was having a hard enough time. One of the things that he did come back to me on the next day is
he called.
Who'll be the next guest? Actually, the next guest on the show should be. Is it this Monday? I think it's this Monday. We're going to have a gentleman by the name of Mike Sajecki. Mike Sajecki is the owner of MAG Sales.
Mm-hmm.
He is Bill from Kenwood, our Kenwood rep's boss. He has repped some. I've known him for 25 years. He has repped some really amazing products. He's been the Rockford rep for forever, but he's also repped a ton of other products. So I think what we're going to get to do is talk a little old school, which ought to be fun. Hey, Haley. Haley says hi. She got pissed because I didn't say hi the other day.
Hey, Haley.
So $1,000 maybe. Alpine is high. Who knows? But you got to remember, the Alpine is unique because it does have power built in, so it is an amp and a DSP. We'll see. I don't know.
All right. Any thoughts on the Sony?
When will the Slingshot Players video come out? Probably the next couple weeks. Just trying to get caught up here. It's been real hectic. So, and it just seems like it's always hectic.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't getting any easier. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have that up soon. I don't know if I answered any of those questions, but hey dudes, what's up from Los Angeles? Speaking of Oracle, can I run just their 6S or just the Matrix Plus to get a signal boosted?
Do you remember what is the new release date on the Alpine DSP?
No, we already read that. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean a 6X. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've never done that. What do you guys think of Audio Pipe? What do you think of Audio Pipe?
It's an audio pipe.
I mean, I look at it as an affordable. It's an affordable product. I mean, you can get quality stuff at an affordable price. I mean, you get what you pay for. At the end of the day, you're always getting what you pay for. You buy a 1,000-watt amp for $350.
Some of the amps are good.
It's going to do the job. I mean, the way I feel about all that product as a whole, whether it be you pick one, I don't care. That whole genre of product that is a price point driven affordable product.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it. We put it in. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I love it because what it's doing is allowing people to get into this hobby, industry, whatever, at a price that, it gets you in there, it gets you using product, gets you bass in your car, it gets you power in your car, it allows you to build stuff, it allows you to get going and do stuff. Because, I mean, dude, when I started in this industry, you had a Punch 45, you had an Orion 222 SX, a 45-watt amp that was $300, okay? Okay, now for $300, you can get a 1,000-watt amp, you get a 1,500-watt amp, you can get all kinds of fun stuff, and you can get into it and start playing and start getting a feeling and start, like, enjoying and doing things with car audio. You know, if you want to buy 215s now, you can buy 215s for a reasonable amount of money. You could also buy it for a stupid, insane amount of money, but it allows you to get into this and start playing and start having fun. Once you start playing it and start having fun, and then you learn more about it, then you go, or you don't, you go, hey, you know what, I might want something, why is this amp more money? And then you do a little research and you find out, oh, hey, you know, I might want to spend double the money next time. Might want to go a little bit. So, no, I love it as a great way for people to get into this and start putting sound in their car and start having fun. So, I think it's great. I think it's great. I don't mind it. It's wonderful. Did I go a little too overboard?
No, that's
you sure?
good. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
All right, hang on. I was looking. Okay, so any experience or thoughts on the Sony XB100 BT head unit?
XB100?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked it. We did a review.
One of the
We did a review on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. Okay, the nice thing about that Sony is that, you know, there's no learning curve for it. I think Sony did an excellent job on that. It's like you can put it in and start using it. You don't have to screw with anything. Volume up, down. It's got a knob. I mean,
yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a great radio, for sure.
Yeah.
2008 sort of 6-volt aftermarket head unit with what? Appreciate, but what? Dean, your comments to edit these videos. Oh, it skipped. Damn it! I was reading. I hate it when it switched. I was reading a comment about a 6-volt in the Toyota, and then I started saying, Dean, your commitment to editing these videos after work in your own time is tremendously appreciated by all of yours. Oh, thank you. No, and I
hello from Los Angeles.
And I enjoy doing it. Honestly, if it wasn't for YouTube, I don't know if I'd still be in this. To be honest with you, because you know, day in day out, 28 years of doing car audio, it's fun now because we get to share it with all you guys, and that's really what has kept me going into this. So I mean, I enjoy it a lot.
All right, hey guys, do you have any backup camera interface for a 2008 Toyota Sequoia 6-volt aftermarket head unit?
What's that? Okay, I know that was the 6-volt question.
Oh yeah.
No.
Hey guys, I have a backup camera interface.
Yeah.
Do you have a backup camera for a 2008 Toyota Sequoia 6 volts aftermarket head unit with the OEM camera?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. If you got a Toyota and it's got the 6-volt camera, there's a couple things you can do. First off, there's a smart interface for the car. It's an RP4.2 TY11. What that's going to have built into it is all the harnesses and the steering wheel control, amplified, non-amplified, everything. The other thing it's going to have on it, which if you go to pack-auto.com, find that product, go to the instruction manual that it has for that product. Whether you buy it or not, just go to the instruction manual for that product, turn through the instruction manual. You're going to get to the page that talks about retaining the factory backup camera. There's 2 harnesses that they make. One is an 11 and one is a 12. Take a look at those harnesses and find out which one yours looks like. The next thing you're going to do is you can actually buy the listed, they're going to list 2 harnesses there, the 11 and the 12. Buy one of those. Then you're going to get a Volt 3.9 from PAC. It's called a PAC VOLT 3.9. And what it is a 9, 6, 5, and 3.3 volt output. Okay? So you're going to buy that little PAC backup camera T-harness, and you're going to buy the Volt 3.9, and it's going to allow you to plug into your factory camera. It's going to allow you to power up your camera with the 6 volts. Now, if you just buy the RP4.2 TY11, it actually has a 6-volt output for the camera. But you don't have to buy that. You just have to buy those other 2 pieces. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Shout out from Cali.
Hey!
What is your
favorite
subwoofers? What is your favorite subwoofer amp? Your opinion?
My favorite subwoofer amp?
Yeah.
Well, that's such a... All right. Real quick. Best... 2 thumbs up. Okay, thanks. Best shallow mount subwoofer that we use is going to be... Right now, we're really liking the Comp RT from Kicker. Really enjoying a lot of it. We've been doing a lot of the P3 shallow mount subs in the Toyota.
Norway. What's going on?
Norway, wow. And... those have actually been really nice. I don't know if maybe they sprinkle a little fairy dust on them or something, but they've actually sounded a little better. But I still like the Comp RTs. I'm real happy with those. They're working great for us.
All right.
If you're a JL fan, check those out because they're a whole nother thing. Best sub amp. What's your favorite sub amp?
Why?
What? I know, right? It's a tough question. I mean,
Yes.
because honestly,
Okay, for me,
Yeah.
probably that will be the audio control with the epicenter.
ooh, that they don't make anymore.
Yes, because salsa I like.
Oh yeah,
Latin
no, I agree.
music.
That's a good one. I did
Yeah.
really like that. They have the new LC 1.8, which is 800, which is nice, but I really liked the Epicenter 600 and then the one that was a 1200 or
Right.
something like that.
Mhm.
Those
The
were
1200.
really cool. I enjoyed those. I really don't have a favorite I really don't even have a favorite amp right now, and it's killing me.
No.
But I tell you what, the amp we've been using a lot lately is, because of the price reduction, is the Rockford Power T750.1.
Oh my God, yes.
And this
Yes.
thing is this big, and every one has come in at over 1,000 watts.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what, oh my God, those things are just freaking amazing.
Saludos, Arizona.
So, but I don't really have I'm not sold on any. Part of the reason why it's been taking me so long to put a stereo in my car is because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know who I want to commit to. I kind of like a little bit of everything. But what we've come up with a plan. So the plan is to actually not install a permanent stereo in our cars. We're going to make our cars the test bed for some of the equipment that we don't get to put in on a day-to-day basis, such as a lot of the RTAs, a lot of the DSPs, some of the amplifiers that come through the door. So we're going to start using ours as test beds for some of this equipment so that we can just start playing with it, get them in cars faster, and not always having to wait for people to buy the stuff to play with. So I'm going to go ahead and put a new Alpine 308 or 309 in my car because I just really like the radio. But then I'm going to leave it open in the back so that I can put in a DSP, I can put in an amplifier, and we can swap those things out. So it's not going to be like an amazing, stupid install. It's going to be a utilitarian install so that we can actually
Hello from
test
Israel.
stuff.
Wow, that's awesome.
But I am
South
going to
Carolina.
put in some speakers that aren't going to be changed. Fernando just got some new speakers for his car that we're going to do because we have something coming up hopefully the next week or probably 2 weeks for his car that we have working out. So that's what those are going to turn into.
Yeah.
So it'll never be an amazing, let's do a review of Dean's car stereo, but we're just going for sound. Okay.
All right. Can you please explain me the DV setting on the amplifier?
The dB setting?
DV setting.
I mean, are they talking about like the bass boost? I'm assuming.
I'm assuming.
So okay, so the dB setting or the bass boost on it, typically what it is they pick a specific frequency. So sometimes it's 45 hertz. Sometimes you get to pick the frequency. Sometimes you'll have a variable frequency and then the boost. And it's just that. You pick that one frequency. So if it's a variable frequency, most of them are like between, let's say, 20 and 80. And you can pick a frequency. So like if you're doing a shallow mount subwoofer in a car and it's like it's not boomy, you could pick a low frequency. Or if you want it to have more of you'd pick a higher frequency. And then you'd take the dB or the boost and you'd gain that boost frequency up. Now, the thing you have to always keep in mind is that is going to introduce clipping. So if you turn your gain up too high, you're going to clip a lot faster because you're picking that one frequency and you're gaining the crap out of it, or boosting the crap out of it. So you are going to clip faster. So you may need to turn your gain down some. But it's designed it's like a one-band EQ for your subwoofer. It's nice. Because a lot of the times you need that extra little boost for maybe the tuning frequency of your port. You can dial that into that specific frequency, and it'll sound like almost double the power coming out of your amplifier. So, yeah, you just have to be careful with it. Too much is sometimes too much.
All right, should I set my frequency on the amp all the way up if I have set where I want it on my head unit?
Yeah, or just turn it off. The question we get a million times is head unit or amplifier. Neither one of them are wrong. They will both work for you. When we do customers' cars, we go amplifier because chances are they're not going to screw with them. We put them underneath the seat. It's really hard to get to. Or they have panels that we screw over it. That way, if the battery gets disconnected or the frame gets in the car, they're not going to screw up our crossover settings. It's really hard to do. If it's your car and you know what you're doing and no one is ever going to touch your stuff, do it at the deck. If your amplifier doesn't have the ability to shut out like Some sub amps don't have the ability to turn off the sub crossover. In that case, yeah, go ahead and turn it up, or turn it up to something like 120 or something like that, to where it's high enough that it will never actually do anything unless, let's say, one of your buddies gets in there and starts playing with it, and at least then you'll still have some form of protection on there. It's
right.
like wearing 2 condoms.
Hey guys, do you have any plans of covering any car audio events in your area for us to see?
You know, we missed Slamfest this year because honestly I didn't know anything about it until the last day.
Yeah.
We went to Daytona last year. The problem with all the car shows is typically they're on Saturday, and trying to get a Saturday off with Paul it takes like an act of God.
Impossible.
It's almost impossible. So
No.
it's going to be tough.
All right, can you tell me a good side for box build, please?
Honestly, I have no idea. Cardio Fabricator?
Yeah, you can check.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what his deal is. I mean, check out Cardio Fabricator. I mean, if you want to know how to build a box, he's got, you know, or if you're in the long form, you could check out Soundman. Usually takes him 6 months to build a box, and he talks about it the whole time. So we get plastic from a place called Farco, but we do have links to the plastic we buy. Like, you can buy sheets of ABS, believe it or not, on Amazon, and we do have them listed on dnftooldrawer.com for you to buy like 24 by 36 or 12 by 24 pieces that are reasonable. But any plastic place in your hometown should have it. If Sintra is okay, or the blown PVC, you can actually buy stuff like that from any sign shop. Sign shops typically use that stuff for the hardboard to make their signs. We get a lot of it from, we have a Fast Signs next door to us, so. Whoa.
What was that? Oh yeah, look at that.
So when they have scraps like this, they actually save them. The guy saves these for us, and we give him our scrap wire because he's a scrapper. Mm-hmm. So he trades us this stuff for wire that we're just going to throw away anyway. So they were going to throw that away. We were going to. So it's a nice little trade.
All right. So I have a 2018 VW Atlas. I have installed the JL Audio C5s in the front doors. I'm trying to get more mid bass out of them. With the fast rings help and the SoundScan in the entire door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, mid bass. You know. Okay. So think of this. When you look at like an SPL guy, the baffle for the subwoofer is the most important thing aside from the box itself. But you know, the baffle is 3 layers of birch with 2x4s and bracing and barring, because they want that woofer. If the woofer does this at all, or this, okay, if you have a movie, you're going to get this, and you're going to get cancellation. Well, your door is made out of crappy tin. So when that woofer mid-range is sitting there trying to move and your door panel is moving with it, guess what? You get some cancellation. Now compound that by having a door panel over it with a smaller grill than the speaker, and no way to force all that air through that grill. It just rolls around inside the door panel. So all that mid bass is just poof. So that really nice expensive pair of speakers that you bought, you're losing. We try to explain that to every customer. We actually have a really nice display where we show this, that we built, that, you know, shows Fast Rings, that shows Roadkill, or any brand that you want, and shows people, hey, look, this is what it's going to do. And no, it's like, oh, how much? It's like, yeah, it's expensive, but you're spending money on these really expensive speakers. So, but no.
Double D finally is here. Guys, mind if I ask, who makes or who sells a good 1.5 feet RCA?
We use all Stinger stuff. So I mean, at the end of the day, we use Stinger. Stinger makes those sizes, but any nice twisted pair of RCA should do the trick. I mean, it's 1.5 feet. You really can't
go wrong.
I mean, but you know, they make the 9000 series cable. If you just want a really expensive set of short cables, they're probably $120 a piece if you want to go that way. A lot of Soundman, but yeah, you're right about that.
Old school Orion and Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Spring Break Nationals is next weekend. Really?
Really?
That's what Chunk is saying. I didn't realize that.
I'll be there. Oh, wow.
I don't.
That's
You know, we
I
went
didn't know
last
that.
year and was really, really disappointed. Was really disappointed. So I think we're gonna skip a year and see what. I mean, we've gone every year for like the past 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And I wasn't. Last year was really disappointing. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna skip it this year and see how it plays out. And if it's any better, maybe
Yeah,
we'll go
'cause-
next year.
Well, we
But-
went on Sunday, so it did.
Yeah, I know we go on Sunday and it sucks, but I mean, even still, the show is
Yeah.
not that exciting for us. So
All
well.
right. Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. I have a 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Well, will I get a good base from a kicker highway? Trying to keep the cargo space. I have the stockade unit.
It's a Jeep Wrangler. Okay, so if you have the Jeep Wrangler, you know what? Alpine makes a under seat, specifically Jeep box for underneath the passenger front seat. So if you need a subwoofer, go ahead and check that out. It's made to go up underneath the front passenger seat. It's made for your Jeep. But yeah, go to Alpine, check out their Jeep products. They have that. So that would be better than that kicker hideaway thing.
What glue ABS?
What's that?
What glue ABS?
We really don't glue much ABS.
No.
At the end of the day, I mean, we use just standard CA. I mean,
We don't glue ABS,
we
but
really
we
don't.
do.
We don't ever glue it, but yeah. But this is the glue we use when we have to.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's just a standard CA glue. It's made by Select Products, which is an amp company, which is Stinger, which all those guys. But any CA glue from, you know, you can get on the internet. I think we even list some on the
Oh my
tool
God.
drawer. But we typically don't glue ABS. I mean, we bend it, we screw it, but we typically always screw it together if we have to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stack them in yeah.
Roadkill or Dynamite?
Oh, when we're doing the dash kits.
Roadkill. We do
Okay.
roadkill.
Okay, so for dash kits we use the CA glue. So
CA glue,
it
yes.
sticks to CA glue. Yeah. So for the dash kits we always use the CA glue. Okay. Gluing Hedgington dash kits.
Yeah.
Okay, Roadkill or Dynamite. We're a Stinger dealer, so we use Roadkill, and we go through great lengths to make sure we say Roadkill in the videos.
Yep.
At
Not
the
that
end,
we get paid, but
no, we don't. And honestly, at the end of the day, it really doesn't
that's
matter.
what we use.
It's what we use. SoundScan, Roadkill, Dynamite, or Second Skin. There's a bunch of them.
See?
And
He
rock
was
on.
disappointed too.
With what?
With
Oh,
the
Spring Break. Yeah,
Break.
it sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the shell of what it once was. I mean, dude, trust me, when I went back in the 90s, oh my God. I wish I still had pictures from that. That would have been awesome. I thought I had a video at one point. I gotta see if I...
There you go. See,
That would
yeah.
be cool.
Please let us know if that was good or not.
Yeah.
What's up from Colorado?
Yeah, 2014 Dodge Ram with 8.4-inch Uconnect. What do you recommend for video playback systems I can use for movies? I only know the RAX or a lipstick system. I've never even seen those. I mean, at the end of the day, the PAC BCI 41 will get you video input into the radio, and you can use the aux jack. So, and the PAC BCI 41 allows you to add front, rear, side cameras, do all kinds of fun stuff. But, and maybe some other stuff soon. That would be cool.
Okay, so you should guys do a video on the system of a out of polarity and on polarity.
You guys should do a system out of polarity.
People can hear the difference.
Oh, I
Well,
thought we did.
I mean
I
we
know
did a
we-
video, but I don't know if you can hear it like in the video.
Okay, so being able to hear the difference between that would be really difficult. I mean,
In the video.
in the video that'd be tough. I
Yeah.
mean, because you'd almost need a stereo microphone, an XY microphone, so you could record in phase, out of phase.
Yeah.
And you have to have two speakers playing in order for it to be out of polarity. Because if you're just playing one speaker, it's not out of polarity with
So,
anything. You
gotta
have
be
to have two moving in order
left
for it to
and
be out
right.
of polarity.
Yeah.
We've showed like woofers moving. We did a whole thing where we showed woofers moving out of polarity with one another. That was pretty cool. I mean, we talk about it a lot, but being able to train yourself to hear it out of polarity, like a mid-range and a tweeter, is a skill to have. To me, when I hear something that's out of polarity, it usually I get a little bit of like motion sickness. It sounds kind of weird, but it's just because it's like it's screwing with my ears, so that would probably be why. But yeah,
No, it doesn't
yeah,
sound good.
and I'll be like, wait a minute, get the tester, something's wrong. But
Yeah.
okay,
All right, let's see. Replacing factory double DIN on a 2014 Subaru Crosstech.
okay.
Having trouble finding the dash kit. It's the OEM gonna work.
It might. What year is it?
2014.
Ooh, probably not.
Are there any other channels like you're in Cali that you know?
Channels?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
Just
I mean, Soundman is
Soundman.
Soundman, Steve Mead
Steve
are there,
Mead,
but they
that's
don't
it.
do the stuff we do. You know, Carphonics in Canada, but they don't do what we do.
in Cali. That's it. Just
Yeah,
Cali.
I don't know anybody in California.
Just Soundman and Steve Mead.
All right,
I have
do you
a-
still think a Bandpass box are still relevant in car audio today? No, not really. Not in the form of what they were back then. I feel a lot of the SPL guys are building things like a Bandpass box. That is relevant, but I don't think like a 110 Bandpass is all that popular anymore. You know, I think now with the long excursion woofers, and just woofers sounding better than they did, I don't really feel the need for a Bandpass as much.
Yeah.
That's, there again, my personal opinion. It's okay.
All right. I have a Jeep Commander 2007, and the only place that I can see it put the sub is in the footboard on the passenger seat under.
Okay.
Yeah. The dashboard. Have you guys experienced anything with this vehicle?
The Commander?
Yeah.
No. I don't. To put the what? The
The
subwoofer?
subwoofer.
No. No, no. What year is it?
In 2007.
That's the big SUV thing.
Commander. It's a Commander.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to put a subwoofer in the back. What is a Bandpass? Ooh, good question. Let's see if I have. Damn it, I hate it when I move shit.
All right.
Keep going.
Let's see. Love your show, guys. I've been bringing after work every day lately. Thanks for the tool website. Good work. Small Bay. Thank you so much. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Considering polarity out or polarity test, use the RTA to show difference in the digital form.
Digital what?
Form.
What is it? I don't get the question.
Considering polarity out all polarity tests, use the RTA to show difference. What are you looking for?
I was looking for my Orion speaker box building book that had pictures of what a bandpass is. A bandpass is basically just a speaker mounted into a sealed enclosure, firing it into a ported enclosure. That way you can tune the output, put some back pressure on it, and get more output out of it. So you can like double your output of a woofer. Like, you know, you can get almost 3 dBs more out of the woofer by putting it in a bandpass. However, you do limit your frequency response. So if you were to look at, let's say, a sealed enclosure would be the most frequency response you're going to get out of a subwoofer, but your volume is limited because it's doesn't have necessarily the power handling, or it just because of how wide it is. Anytime you go to a ported box, there again, your frequency response becomes limited, but your output becomes greater. You go to a bandpass, frequency response becomes even smaller, but then your output becomes even bigger. So it's great if you only listen to, let's say, sub bass constantly, just blah, blah, blah. Bandpass is awesome because all it does is play that, whereas a ported box has a little bit more range, sealed box has even more range. Okay.
All right. What would I say?
We were talking about the RTA thing.
Considering polarity out or polarity test, use an RTA to show difference in the digital form. It's like a
Uh,
tell you.
So got me. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, but okay.
For audio system.
Let me see what I can come up with on that. We'll go with that. Hey, it's Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Okay.
All right.
Napa Valley.
Let's see. What do you think about the transmission line boxes?
Ooh. Well, there again, these are all wonderful things that serve purposes that, like a transmission line, like a 10 in a transmission line. It's very esoteric. Is it practical nowadays? It just depends what you're trying to do. I mean, at the end of the day, most of the customers come in the door and they ask the same question. Can I get a 1,000 watt amp and 2 12s for my car? And you're like, yeah, sure. Here you go. Very few people come in, like, when I was really building my own stuff and trying to be cool, as it were, I was building Bandpass for myself, build transmission lines. These are all things that you can do, and it becomes very hobby-centric at that point, which is a lot of fun. I mean, these are great things to build and play with. But most people don't get into it like that anymore, and it's a shame.
Awesome. I can believe you guys still on. I went to the grocery store and bought $150 of food. You guys are the best.
Well, it's only been an hour. It's actually been an hour and 53 seconds. So
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
made a video out. Should I just use RCA splitter? What was the question? Maybe. Paul owns 5-star. Yes, he does. Fernando, can you talk again? Talk again, Fernando.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi, how you guys doing today? Vicente!
Any benefit? Okay. You should page in another video. They were super popular back in the day. Yeah, okay. Old school car audio guys here. There you go. See? And
Yeah.
Kelly. All right. Okay, I'm confused. More than eighth inches of rubber. Yeah. All right. So RTA with mic would show difference in frequency response or SPL. Sorry, I don't. Okay.
Okay, so how do you hook up sub amp and 4-channel amp with the radio with 4 RCA output?
All right, this will be the last question. There's a couple things you can do. So if your radio only has front and rear / sub output and you want subwoofer volume control, then you're going to set the radio, leave it default, which more than likely it's going to be front sub. Now, then you're going to go in your amplifier, your 4-channel amplifier, you're going to Y-jacks into it so you have front and rear. Now, if you want front, rear, and sub output out of your factory or your radio that only has front, rear, and sub, depending on the quality of the radio, you might be better off just running high level into that amplifier. Most amplifiers have high level input. Just run front and rear high level into that amplifier and run the sub output into the sub amp. The other thing you can do too is if your sub amplifier has a subwoofer volume control, is set the radio to front and rear. Run front and rear RCAs into your 4-channel amp. Most 4-channel amps have some form of an output, or the sub amp is going to have some form of an output. So you'd run your rear or front into the sub amp, and then out to the highs amp, or front and rear into the 4-channel amp, and then take that output and go into the sub amp. So there's a ton of ways you can do it. There's not just one. It's a lot of fun. Yay! Oh, I got my Run DSP shirt yesterday.
Cool.
So he must be in, or
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Okay. Hey, listen, guys. It's been a lot of fun. As usual, it's Saturday. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. Tonight, St. Patrick's Day, so keep the green beer to a minimum. Yay! Yeah, there you go. Patreon, if you want to. Teespring if you need a t-shirt. DNF tool drawer if you want install tools. You guys have a great night as always. It's been wonderful. We'll see you guys back on Monday.
See you next time.
Bye.